Tens of thousands of Venezuelans have taken to the streets of the capital, Caracas, in an attempt to topple President Maduro from power. He was sworn in for his second term a fortnight ago after elections which were boycotted by the opposition and condemned internationally. Disturbances have increased throughout the week with clashes between the police and protesters. Supporters of the president have also organised rival demonstrations today, and there's a large security presence. Let me just show you the live pictures from Caracas, because rival demonstrations both for and against the president currently taking place. Let's speak to one local journalist, Juan Maldonado, who is there for us. And just tell us what it is like there.
Yeah, thanks. Here in Caracas, the environment is pretty shaky right now. We have the opposition rally that is going in the east of the city. Pretty much a big concentration of persons. They're waiting for their current leader, Juan Guaidó. And in the west of Caracas and in the midtown Caracas, we have the government concentration. It's also waiting for the leader Nicolás Maduro. Right now, 2 nights ago, have been protests in Caracas slum. It has been a pretty shaky night for Caracas. In downtown, it hasn't been easy. Having barricades, fire, confronting with police and military over the past 2 nights.
So it sounds very tense. The opposition want to drive Nicolás Maduro from power. How likely is that? Because when you hear the president, there is absolutely no sign from him that he is going to do anything else than carry out this second term.
Yeah, opposition is waiving their chances on their national parliament leader, President Juan Guaidó, who is currently waiving his chances on article of the Constitution 233, 333, and 350. That they say that a government that is not elected by popular vote is not legitimate. So they want to make a legitimate government in 4 steps to stop the usurpation of Nicolás Maduro, according to them, to open a humanitarian channel, to convocate new elections with new authorities, new National Electoral Council, and to elect a new president. Because Maduro, by his side, is pretty comfortable in Miraflores right now, because they are counting on the military support.
Your man, stay there, because this obviously has international ramifications, and of course the US Vice President has been speaking in the last little while. He has produced a video message to Venezuelans, which he released about 24 hours ago, supporting some of those protesters you've been seeing there on the screen. Let's just have a look at what Mike Pence actually issued.
Nicolás Maduro is a dictator with no legitimate claim to power. He's never won the presidency in a free and fair election. The United States supports the courageous decision by Juan Guaidó, the President of your National Assembly, to assert that body's constitutional powers, declare Maduro a usurper, and call for the establishment of a transitional government.
Well, that was Mike Pence. In response to that, President Maduro announced that his government will now revise its relations with the United States. Have a look at this.
I have given the order to the Foreign Minister of the Republic to initiate a total and absolute revision with the government of the United States. In the coming hours, we will take decisions of a political and diplomatic character in defense of our national sovereignty, constitution and democracy.
Well, that was the robust response. Let me just tell you sources coming from Washington, because it's being reported the Trump administration could recognize the head of Venezuela's opposition as the country's legitimate president. That is just emerging in Washington. I'll keep an eye on that. That's the Reuters news agency just reporting that. So that is an interesting line, adding to what we heard there from Mike Pence. Let's go back to Caracas. A quick final thought from your man Maldonado. In terms of the international pressure, principally from the United States, how important is that going to be, do you think?
You know, the international pressure has been pretty important support for the opposition, who are counting on the Group of Lima and the recent statement from the U.S. government. Nicolás Maduro and his government have been checking on their diplomatic relationship with the U.S. government. Just last night, Nicolás Maduro reacted to that and said that he ordered the foreign ministers to check on their relationship with the United States. So it's a pretty tense game right now, but I think we are about to know what's going to happen today.
Well, Yoman Maldonado, thanks so much for joining us there. It is clearly very, very busy with tens of thousands on the streets, both for and against. Thanks for giving us that snapshot on the ground. And obviously, as those crowds build, we'll continue to watch the scene there in Venezuela and bring you any more.